Hello, boys and girls. Today for science, we're doing lesson 2.4, finding a good place to grow. So activity number 1, we're exploring a good place to grow plants. Remember that when we are investigating this question, why can't plants always get the sunlight and water they need to grow? So that is the question of the day. Why can't plants always get the sunlight and water they need to grow? So, setting a purpose. We cannot visit many different habitats, so we will use models of different habitats to explore where new plants can grow in those places. So, investigating. Explore where new plants can and cannot grow in different habitats. So today we're going to use another model, a digital app, to explore the good places for seeds to grow and places where seeds are less likely to grow. Remember, a model is something scientists make to answer questions about the real world. So we are going to go to a park, and this is a plant growth digital model and help us think about plant growth. So this is a model of a park, and we're looking on top of the park, eagle eye. This view is looking straight down at the habitat from up above. Over here is a key, and a key tells you what is in the habitat. The city park habitat has oak trees, sidewalk, grass, and soil. So these are the oak trees, this is the soil, this is the sidewalk, and this is the grass. Okay, so now you could drag an acorn to move it to a spot in the habitat. So I'm going to go to my app. Okay, so this is my app, okay? This is the key. It has the oak tree, it has a sidewalk, it has the grass and soil. So I want you to take a second to think about, where should I put my acorns? Where would be a great spot for my acorns to grow? Can I drag my acorn and put it on the sidewalk? Did it grow? I wonder why it's not growing here. What if I put it by the soil? Oh, it grew. So we know that in order for it to grow, it needs soil. So this spot is a good spot for this acorn to grow. Now let's drag it to on top of a tree. Will that grow? No, I don't think so, because there's a tree there, so it won't grow. What about if I put it on the grass? Oh, it grew. It's right here. So grass, underneath the grass has soil, so it will help the tree grow. What if I put the acorn right here, right next to this tree? Will it grow? But it's right here. Wow, I wonder why. I wonder why it's not growing. Well, over here, it's light. And if it's light, that means there's sunlight. Is there sunlight over here? It being dark? No, because there's a big shade because of the other tree. So let me move it a little bit. Oh, there it goes. So if there's a dark spot, it's going to be very hard for this acorn to grow. So it needs to have sunlight, needs to have and soil. Okay. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay. So why do you think it is able to grow here? Why is it able to grow here? Will acorn grow in all places in the park? So take a second to think about it. It can grow here because it has soil. So let's think of this question. Where can new acorns grow and where can they not grow in this habitat? So based on what we just discovered, they can grow in grass or soil, but not too close to other trees. They cannot grow on a sidewalk or close to other trees. So that's what we just discovered. We learned that they could grow on grass and soil, but not close to trees, and they cannot grow on sidewalks or near other trees. Sidewalks don't have soil, like it's like already blocked off, so you can't, there's no way you could grow a plant there. Why can seeds grow in sunny spots but not shady spots? Take a second to think. The reason why is plants need to grow in a place where they can get sunlight on their leaves most of the time, all the time. If there's shade all the time, it's going to be very hard for the plant to grow. Why can seeds grow on the soil but not on the sidewalk? Why do you think? What do you think sidewalks, remember what soil and the soil and the roots get from the bottom of the plant? What do they get? They get water, right? Their roots can go into the soil and get water. Their roots cannot go in the sidewalk and get water. So there's no water here. So there's no way they could grow a plant. Okay. So before we use this model, let's find out more about mesquite trees in this desert. So we're going to read a little short thing about mesquite trees in the desert. So to which page should we turn to read about a desert? Should we go to, so this is a table of contents, so should we go to the forest or Amazon rainforest? Where did you see desert? Oh, right here, page 34. So I got to go to page 34 to help me answer the question. Okay, here's 34. So I'm going to read this page for you. Sonoran Desert in Arizona. The Sonoran Desert is a very hot and dry habitat. There are only a few rainstorms every year. The Sonoran Desert stretches from Arizona and California in the United States into Mexico. So here's a map, and here is where this desert is located, and this is what it looks like. Mesquite trees. Mesquite trees are small trees that grow very deep roots. Their leaves are made of many tiny parts. Mesquite flowers are small and yellow, and they grow in groups. Mesquite trees need a lot of sunlight to grow. They cannot grow in areas that are very shady, means no sun. The seeds of the mesquite tree form in long, thin seed pods that are eaten by many animals. Each seed pod has several seeds inside. So what does the reference book tell us about mesquite trees? Mesquite trees are small trees that grow deep roots and have leaves made of small leaflets. The flowers are small and yellow and grow in clusters. The seeds form in pods that are eaten by many animals. So those are the facts we learned about this type of tree. So in deserts, there are cactus, a lot of cacti. Cactus roots in deserts are underground. They are shown in this model to help you investigate good places for new plants to grow. So where did the mesquite seeds grow? Where do you think they would grow? Why do you think they could grow there? So let's look back. Now let's go back to our model. So here's a model. Okay, so this is the desert. We have the mesquite tree, cactus plant roots, the rock, and sand. So let's see. These are the seeds. Let's see. Will it go on the rock? Nope, not going on the rock. What about here? Oh, there's a tree. So it's growing in this is a sand. And remember that this type of tree has really, really deep roots, and that's where it gets its water. What about on this right here, on the cactus plant roots? Oh, I don't think so. Not growing. What about in this spot right here? Oh, it looks pretty dark here. I don't think it's going to grow here. Let's see. Oh, there you go. So you know it's not going to grow here. It's not going to grow here. It's not going to grow here. So anywhere that has sand, it's going to grow this type of tree. Okay. So where did the mesquite seed not grow? Why do you think they could not grow there? So in the shadows of other trees, they cannot get sunlight on their leaves and the roots of the cactus and on the rock because they cannot spread their roots to get water. So they cannot grow on these two things. Recording a good place to grow. So this is where you're going to be doing your own independent work. So a good place to grow. All right, record places where you think the mesquite seed will grow and will not grow. Explain why you think so. So let's look deep into the, okay. So in the picture below, circle one spot that is a good place for a new plant to grow. So just like what we did here, it's the same model, okay? So you're going to circle a spot where it will be a good place to grow. Then you're going to mark an X, one spot that is not a good place for the new plant to grow, okay? And then answer the question. Why do you think the spot you circle is a good place for a new plant to grow? So think about where'd you put it and think about what a plant needs for it to grow. Why do you think the spot you marked in X is not a good place for a new plant to grow? So think about where you marked the X and what it's missing. Okay, so I want you to answer in complete sentence. So remember, you're going to draw your circle in X and you're going to answer these two questions. Okay? Remember that we are investigating this question. Why can plants always get sunlight and water they need to grow? And without enough space, people can't get sunlight and water they need to grow. And leaves need space to get sunlight and roots need space for soil to get water. Okay, so you're going to go back, you're going to now go to Google Classroom and you're going to answer the worksheet. Okay, thank you. Off you go.